And we have the event Act 2. Let's just begin. And we are. What a start of this event. We hit with the goat. Moose and Neville. And you can see, I'm fully prepared too today. Yeah. No way, bro.
Hey everyone, we're here! Oh hey, my little dudes! Good morning!
Morning later, bro. I'm a dude.
Oh wow, Cuckoo's learned a new greeting! Is
Yeah.
that good news or bad news though?
This depends. Is it going to be now the UNZ kid or
Sorry, I did everything within my power. But so far, I've only managed to teach him how to say good morning.
So that's a new one. Good morning. I thought it's going to be like tea.
Wait, so that's all you've been up to this whole time? Get out of here!
I think that will know.
Okay, so good mornings aside, please tell Paimon there's been some other progress too.
Of course. That's why I'm here. Kukuku's not the only one that Mr. Risley's been getting to talk. I'm referring, of course, to the convicts.
It was nothing. These guys weren't exactly tough nuts to crack.
So are they still alive or?
So, what's the deal?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Natlan. He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box. Plus, the description matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he didn't look any different from your average Natlanese traveler.
Okay, and
Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were headed, and even asking if they could share a boat. The smugglers were very cautious, though. They didn't tell him any specifics.
So basically another similar game. What am I saying? My fucking my list.
But
Let's
all this
continue.
happened before I crossed paths with them. I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought they looked shady, so I snuck aboard, and ended up being carried along all the way to Fontaine.
A series of twists and turns. Interesting. The name is very interesting. That is it a huh? I'm going to read it. Wait. For a second I thought I just clicked him and he moved. I guess that was good.
Do we know if those Fontainians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand. Natlan's foreign trade is just starting to lift off. There'll be a market for it, you'll see.
That's
Yeah.
right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business?
That is a
Scarred
custom
face. Calloused hands.
Wow, can you
On
just
closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows, and his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant. Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer?
Now,
Something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get a closer look.
wait, are we going to play as him?
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
So what are this
Seriously?
movie?
But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care?
Yeah, the goods are
Could
very
they be
expensive.
secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
Shh. I know people has been stupid.
Let's go hear what these criminals.
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
Okay, that's definitely smaller.
I guess you're right.
Wait a minute.
I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff.
But I'm here there, I don't go jail.
If someone
after this.
insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontainians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard. They can look all they want.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all.
Kanish, are you going to beat them up or what?
Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security.
Hello, right. So, what says? But what is it? There's some like, and what's the ancient technology had to do with just like ancient dragon and where the Ganges? I wonder if nobody know about something like the ancient dragon. I mean, he was his brother. Make this all the Anderson, right? Interesting.
That was when I went and told the Fontainian guards about my suspicions. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
Good job,
Thanks.
Kanish.
Based on your recollections just now,
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't really paying attention to other passersby.
That's only natural.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
Kanish, you did great.
in other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever. They were working entirely on their own.
Oh dear,
Yeah.
oh dear.
Sounds like
Huh?
Mr. Kakuku wants to chime in?
He said this elusive individual's actions are positively mystifying.
He can understand, yeah.
It's a good observation. I quite agree.
He can
However,
do it
we
with us.
still know next to nothing about the person. Perhaps we should start by focusing on the lost item itself.
Yeah. I mean, if it's important, he will came for it, right? A lost object. Let's pick from that line. A generator is lost by road. Yet it's. I'm forgot. Wait, yeah, this could be. If it. A bait.
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only
Right.
question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous?
Has something sprung to mind?
I just
I-
remembered a film I watched this one time.
Huh? Oh wow! No way, bro.
Wait, bro.
Hold on, let me explain. Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films about kidnapping cases.
Oh,
When they demand their ransom,
Why does he
the
like to see
kidnappers
films?
tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
but. Oh, so basically what happened is he left there for someone else to pick up, but accidentally
That
came.
doesn't merely happen in films. There have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films.
Sounds plausible.
Ooh. Wait. This raises the stakes to a whole new level. If the gun
Yeah.
really was some kind of ransom, then since we took the box, the kidnappers never got their payment, so
So,
does that mean they executed?
2,000 years.
late and we are back. Continue it. We haven't heard any. We haven't heard any of the missing people.
I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands. Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Unless they're after something very specific, they tend to just ask for cash. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
Yeah. About the goods. Before the buyer could show off. So am I right
So,
or
bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through. The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rosula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
Great job.
That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do we verify it?
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeves.
How so?
I was
Easy. Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice.
And someone we came for it.
The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new leads. And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board anyway. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us post-haste.
Smart. Why is he smart? He always fights from ahead of everyone. Like he was.
So that's what you meant by rolling up their sleeves. In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation.
Yeah.
Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime?
Yeah, he definitely not. Because he's.
Is that really a major concern here?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here. At least until the notice has been posted.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly fine cup of tea, if that swings it for you.
That's why I was waiting for. This guy had his tea.
Thanks,
Yeah, tea
but
is good.
no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back to feed it.
Ah, I wasn't aware that you had a pet, Mr. Kanich. Speaking of pets,
Get out of here! Out of here!
He's not a
yep,
pet.
that's the plan. Out of here indeed.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku. Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object.
I mean, you as
As
a
such, he shall be free to move around Fontaine whenever he so pleases.
You're the best, bro!
You're the best, bro.
Oh, that really is good news! Travelers, should we bring Kukuku back to Aoife and Auroran?
I shall leave him in your capable hands.
Let's keep it.
Indeed.
Of course, I'm going to talk to them.
You know, all this has made me realize that I'd quite like to have a pet.
If that proves inconvenient within the fortress of Meripede, perhaps you should consider finding a place in the court of Fontaine.
That actually sounds like a good idea.
Oh, wait, he actually
In the past, I always dismissed the idea of buying a property in the city. The prophecy about the floods meant it never seemed like a worthwhile investment. But now,
I mean, it's
This
not
might be a good
controversial.
time for you to re-examine the documents I gave you regarding your title as Duke.
huh?
Citizens with honorary titles are eligible for certain benefits when purchasing property in the court of Fontaine.
Wait, so why
Really?
this guy?
How about this? You read through your documents from start to finish, while I write up the lost and found notice.
Wesley going to buy a house. I want to see it. I want to see his house. And which part is going to buy.
How?
Hey, bro.
What? What now?
Let's shake hands.
Fine by me! Get ready for a knuckle sandwich!
Ugh.
This is a character
Oh,
development.
nice dodge.
Paimon Paimon feels strangely inclined to keep a safe distance. Do you miss me,
Yeah.
bro?
Do you miss me, bro?
Cuckoo, you're free!
Not you again. Nope, didn't miss you in the slightest.
Hey, Gramps. And
Yes.
hey, Paimon and Kanich. It's good to see you all. Thanks for bringing Kukuku back.
Get it away! Get it away from me! Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you,
Who
bro.
are you calling bro? Say that again to my face. I dare you.
Yeah, bro.
If you've got the energy to argue this much, you're clearly not hungry yet.
You're not getting food.
Let's go find something to eat while a How lives his best life.
Sound good to me.
Poor Hao. He spent all day being tormented by Auroron, only to discover that the suffering's just begun.
Just have it.
Eva,
Honestly, he did
as a
it.
Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro suffer?
Huh? How am I the bad guy?
I know, bro. He's like, how could you do that, bro?
Even hear yourself? Ah! Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kukuku got out of jail?
About that, actually, if you explain what happened with Kakuku to Eva and Eva. Hearing that Kakuku now has permission to move on a half-face caused Eva
Don't lose hope, How.
Yeah, you just need to talk to him. Do that, I'm
By
sure
the
he
same
will.
standard, you have freedom of movement now, too. You're still in the game?
Same standard? I will not be held to the same standard as that thing!
Fun fact, what's so annoying, even his other Dragon Lord doesn't like him that much because of his annoyance.
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Mermonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you freedom of movement.
Yeah.
Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again? I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the kitchen!
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line, too.
Yeah, don't
Also,
forget it.
there's no such restaurant!
Anyway, thanks for looking after a How, guys. I'll take over from here.
Why you?
He just punched him. I love this. Once Kakuku delivered as promised, look like we managed to solve a story.
Between the two, Kukuku wins the cuteness competition hands down.
Getting picky now. Well, Paimon win by cuteness competition. Well, she's not that bad. But if it OG can superhero, no. From the beta when this game was first released, even before when it was early stages, Paimon was actually the most loved character. I'm not gonna lie. She was the favorite character of everyone during the time when the game was released or its beta phase 2. Like I remember, many people saying you're going to love Paimon when I heard about this game. Yes, I know. Shocking for now. But the OG player, no. Paimon win by greatness.
Really? Thanks!
Yeah, let's hope nothing bad happened to you in the future that will make us all cry.
Wait, who are the other contestants, though?
So now
Yeah,
that our
well-
crew's back together again, what's our next move? Oh, how about a game of rock, paper, scissors?
No chance.
it's-
If I lose, we'll end up stuck in the room watching films all over again.
Nope. This time, we'll only watch a film if I lose instead.
Had enough too, huh?
For real now? Come on, bro!
And bro,
Can we just ditch this whole leaving it all to chance thing? Why don't we take our fate into our own hands?
Aren't we doing that already? Rock, paper, scissors uses our hands.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Don't know why you're laughing. You're stuck with paper every time.
Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Hello, you two.
Have there been any
Yep.
developments? Okay, guess not.
Yeah.
Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that someone would show up right at...
Someone was trying to
Open up.
Ah! Who's there? What's going on? The special patrol?
Come on, Paimon, why are you afraid now? We are in the most safest place in all of Taiwan right now.
I
We'll
don't
see-
think that's who this is.
Someone knocking at the door. Please, anything but the special
Hey,
patrol.
this isn't the time for silly jokes! check it out.
I love Trevor is getting more comfortable with people around Trevor. Like in the starting, she doesn't do much. You like Trevor and not like to talk much, but he starting to do more and more. And that yes, starting to joke. Like I love this. A guard from the palace will carefully open the door. Familiar.
Good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts, and uncles.
Aunts and uncle.
What in the Tevat are you doing here, Auroran?
Yeah.
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned. Kukuku's owner?
No.
One of his owners. Kind of. But, bro, what are you doing here?
Bro,
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Can't tell if you be deadpan or at least
Is
serious.
this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Kinich?
Somehow I highly doubt that. For
Yeah.
starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy.
Apology for my grandson was like in like this.
Was there something wrong with my door knocking etiquette? That's how they do it in all the films.
And I said, oh, meeting that's not that I gonna say.
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol doing their job. Completely different things.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry to show the people inside you had something important to discuss. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
No need, let's get down to business.
So, Auroran, you said you were here to claim a lost item. What did you lose?
Yeah, so basically,
When carefully described the lost item he came to get. From the side of the box to the gun itself, everything went.
For real now? Oh, come on, bro.
Is Alastin my grandson what is he came to be?
Auroran, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this?
no, it belongs to a friend.
So it belongs to Aoife?
Of course not. Aoife has his own gun.
Alright, please tell us. Otherwise, we are going to have to arrest you for this.
All right then. I knew this wouldn't go well. So here's what went down. This morning, Aoife and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out and visit some of the court of Fontaine's famous landmarks. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais Mermonia. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old coworkers, so he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf.
Auroran be the most smartest and dumbest person at the same time. Like this literally was able to receive traveler and everyone. Like for a while. And now he's getting bro, he's getting he's
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
It's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
yeah.
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia. Was this individual a Fontaine native?
Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed gentleman to me. We were about to refuse, but he was so polite.
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Auroran, Paimon thinks you've been tricked. This person might be in cahoots with the bad guys.
Yeah, I mean he was too.
Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped.
No way. I'm not that dumb.
Of course he's not that dumb, Paimon. Did you forget what he did to us? He'll chase
He's
you.
not going anywhere. Aoife and Kukuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza.
He's not that dumb, Paimon. Did you forget what he did to the Arkin Quest? He'll deceive us, all of us, and sell us. This guy's not that
Keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of that.
dumb. Nicely done, bro.
In that case, let's hurry over to where Aoife is. Time to catch that con man and find out what's really going on here.
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler, Paimon. You're pretty famous in Natlan, right?
Oh, we're basically household names. But why do you ask?
Yeah, what? Well, it's not just Auroran, Kinich, and Aoife too.
Would that be a problem?
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching in secret?
If so, and picking Auroron to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
It suggests that the person who got Auroron to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't help.
So, is not from Netland.
However,
The person.
I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelette too, stay here for the time being. We'll empty the box, give it to Auroron, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I
As
doubt
well.
anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
Being low-key has
I
its
think this
advantages.
plan is worth a try. I shall leave it to the pair of you.
So I have to go undercover again, right?
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona and be yourself instead.
Roger that. Over and out.
Hello, hello. Okay, so this is how they work. I have a feeling something going too wrong. Are we going to play as Tracy?
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Auroron has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now.
Wait, he's there. What are you doing?
Unlimited more?
Yeah. Don't trust anyone. Fontaine is as goated as always.
Nothing suspicious going on here either. Strange. Maybe we're overthinking this?
Go, beat the shit out of her.
Stop with the pecking! Stop with the pecking! Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and get this pet of yours under control!
The heck are you on about?
Sorry, but he's not my pet. He's my coworker. And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
What the? This thing has a job? So in Natland, they just dish out jobs to any old thing.
Boy is racist.
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on your own now.
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku. Master Kukuku. Lord Kukuku. I meant no offense, I promise.
Yeah.
All right, Kukuku. That'll do for now. Let me ask him some questions first.
Sure thing, bro.
Auroron
bro.
actually looks pretty serious this time. Was he just pretending to be clueless earlier?
Believe me, Daz, he's not that idiot as you
Interesting.
think.
Think I'll sit back and see how this plays out.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think it would be that easy.
Excellent. Looks like sending you was the right approach after all.
After all?
I mean, because the staff at the Palais Mermonia don't recognize you, right?
So I got it, but I don't remember promising I'd hand it over.
Huh?
This thing's pretty cool. I've taken a bit of a liking to it.
So, he's going to rob him. He's going to rob him.
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord. My very life hangs in the balance.
His life hangs in the balance?
Is it Summit
If this means so much to you, what are you gonna offer me in return?
Yeah, this guy's going to rob him. I love Auroran. Even though Charlie came in background like, what the fuck are you doing?
Are you trying to get him to save my life?
How'd you know that?
Because I watched that film with you. You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding in our hands.
He's a joking.
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry,
Yes,
this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
This guy.
Enough. More than enough.
Let's go, dude.
Who's this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais Mermonia. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing. Truthful answers appreciated, of course.
Yeah, if you want to
Oh
be
no, I'm toast now.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Mermonia has the ability to protect our citizens?
No, I mean, yes, of course they do. Please ask away.
I could do that. But I'd rather you just tell the whole story from the beginning.
Yeah.
I suppose I only have myself to blame. Such a rare antique, I couldn't resist. I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare, old relics, and to be completely honest, if someone's selling, I'm buying. I don't care to ask where they sourced their goods.
So, was it
As for
someone?
the seller of this particular item, well, I've never met him in person. We've had some
who is
prior dealings, but always under the cover of coded ads in some shady tabloids. Lost and found notices, missing person ads, that sort of thing. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slipped some mora into the envelope before submitting the ad, it would get published. And that was that. No fuss, no trace. Simple, right?
That's actually pretty good if you think about it, but damn.
Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, I arrive at the pickup spot expecting a discreet in and out, and instead, I find a whole construction crew at work. That was not what we'd agreed. But I couldn't just let it go, so I reached out to him again the same way as usual. He replied, and do you know what he said? He told me that the item's now in the Palais Mermonia.
Well,
Who
he
is that?
wasn't lying about that.
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the Palais, he'd give me a discount on the price. Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I look like I'm strapped for cash?
Yeah.
Feeling smug now, are we?
We were.
Feeling smug now, are we?
No, please go easy on me.
Go on.
You're traumatizing.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, it would make more sense if I could find someone from there to go retrieve it. And by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I just so happened to see these two young folks wandering around, so I'm so very sorry. I underestimated the pair of you.
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet, correct? And yet he told you to collect the item from the Palais Mermonia. Was he not worried that you just split afterwards?
Well, to be honest, though I can't claim to know him very well, he, on the other hand, seems to know my name and where I live. Besides, this is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlanese weapon. That's probably not the kind of person I want to double-cross.
Yeah, that is true. So, did he know where he lived? I guess he was threatened.
Fair. That makes sense. So, Mr.
Please, just call me Argento.
All right, Mr. Argento. Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. It will determine how much of the rest of your life you'll be spending beneath the waves.
Yeah.
What does he mean? Is he gonna drown him just like they do in those gangster films?
No.
Oh, I get it. He's talking about that place at the bottom of the Fontainian Sea.
Yeah.
Can it?
Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, you're now one of the suspects in an international smuggling case.
Yeah.
A trip to the Opera Epicles seems unavoidable at this stage, but on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I really? Please tell me what to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you're already going to be in jail anyway, why don't try to lesser your sentence? Like, if you're already going to jail, why just try to lesser your sentence, like, somehow?
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and make the deal. Just be sure to let me know all the details. I'm talking time, place, the whole lot. If we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself. Understand?
Oh, I
gets
see. I understand. You shall have my full and unadulterated cooperation.
He's going to mess this up.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even think about making a run for it. The Palais Mermonia will be watching you and ensuring your safety. All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. You can go now. As for you two, protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that would take a lot of time and effort.
Such a hassle, bro.
See, Mr. Kukuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So I was thinking, since you're all friends of the Traveler...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to do with us. Out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Oh, I know this part. We better keep our mouths shut, or we'll both be sleeping with the fishes in the tailor-made pair of cement shoes.
What the fuck? What the fuck, Rat?
In that case, I understand completely.
It is so
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's how you want to understand it, then be my guest. Then it's settled. Thanks for your help. Boy, am I glad that's over. That's enough work for one day. Time to head back.
And now we're going to summon in back.
Wesley's back! Judging by your expression, it must be good news, huh?
It went smoothly, on the whole.
Wesley, recount what happened. It all makes perfect sense, but some might feel like Wesley has guessed over a lot of bro talk.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction.
Fuck the
Then
outside.
we plan our next move.
Patience will be key.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other party will take the bait so easily.
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Mermonia. On top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set of options to push the deal along.
And that's kind of good thing.
So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. I almost get the feeling that if he misses out on this opportunity, he won't have any other way of making money.
Why I think you're 5
His
ahead.
every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land exactly where he wants it to. Or, I don't know. Maybe he'll cut his losses and vanish into thin air, and our efforts will have been in vain. At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back, so it won't have been for nothing.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Everyone, I have just briefed the Morishose Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any further developments, we will act without delay. When that time comes, we will be relying on your help.
Leave
We'll
it to
be
us.
waiting for the good news.
Yeah, well, it is over. A series of twists and turns. Act 2. It's actually pretty good event. It's not big. The story is not big. It's not. You can do it.
Hey, everyone! We're not late, are we?
No, you're just in time. Well rested, I trust?
Staying busy, keep
A great way to stay energetic, certainly.
We received word from Mr. Argento yesterday, confirming the time and location of the transaction. It'll take place this afternoon, and it turns out it'll be somewhere we all know pretty well, too. The film Fantasyland restaurant.
Oh, really?
What?
Huh. He sure does like that place.
But
Seems like you share our concerns, Traveler.
Indeed. Capturing someone in a crowded event venue will be much more challenging than in an open area.
and this is a smart way. The crowd alone.
The criminal might try to blend in with the crowd, or even escape by taking hostages. In light of this, we've had to make additional preparations. As soon as we received the news yesterday, we began coordinating with the Marechaussee Phantom and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
We'll be deploying lots of undercover agents on site. If things go south, the safety of the civilians will be our top priority. Of course, fingers crossed, everything will go without a hitch.
I have a feeling it will not.
I noticed a bunch of familiar faces from the previous case, like Captain Chevrolet of the Special Patrol. So I'm feeling optimistic.
We'll trust your
Severus.
instincts then.
Are you going to meet her too?
Oh, yeah, and by the way, we've also been in communication with Miss Lapine Pauline and Miss Navia.
The Spina di Rosula will provide support within a controlled scope, so there's no need to worry.
The only potential issue is with Miss Escoffier.
She doesn't want to serve to Caramella, right? She wants to introduce them. She wants to introduce them to her shopping
You
board.
know what? That might not be such a bad idea.
Oh, wait. He's like, not now.
All right, no more jokes. Miss Escoffier has made it clear that she doesn't want her restaurant to suffer any losses as a result of this operation. But, well, I have a feeling things might not go quite as smoothly as she hopes. To be honest, we shouldn't have dragged you into this in the first place, and it's caused you quite enough trouble already. The Fontainian authorities should be able to handle the rest from here. But still, I'm guessing you'd like to see how it all turns out.
Yeah, I'm already came this far, so why don't we? Definitely, it's gonna
Well
be
then,
fun.
feel free to head down to the scene, but just stay alert and play it by ear. You won't necessarily have to do anything. Unless things go pear-shaped, of course.
I'll do my best to ensure that things don't escalate to that point.
You get involved too, Kanich?
Of course. There are still a lot of unanswered questions, but our intel so far indicates that the culprit's from Natlan. Plus, I'm already a witness in this case. Might as well see this thing through to the end.
Yeah.
That's the Kanich we know and love.
The group will discuss on the Spooky operation and things to watch out for. For once, the conversation goes surprisingly smoothly, perhaps because Aya and Kaku aren't present. It's just as well as really things with Gardner. Awkward hustle and sudden cause out on me. It would be the worst mistake ever if you do it. I want
Well,
to see it.
that's enough of the small talk.
These two have to meet. Aya and Nugget has to meet, bro.
The operation's scheduled for the afternoon. If we're quick enough, we'll even have time for a few cups of tea before we leave.
Yeah, I love
Oh,
that.
and let's grab something to eat too. Can't work on an empty stomach, you know.
But won't you
And
just watch it?
rooting for you. It's a very important job.
I love how she totally admits, yeah, I don't do shit.
All right, I'll head over to the venue now.
As emotional support.
Ahal's been harping on for days now about this event-exclusive meal he wants to try. Guess I might as well shut him up sooner rather than later. See you in a bit.
I look forward to hearing how it all goes.
The price of the every price. Yeah. So what do you think, Paimon? Yes, it's getting pretty good. Basically, what to do here? Chance and part story to the undercover agent.
Traveler,
What the fuck you do?
Paimon's getting kind of hungry. Let's go check out the restaurant menu, shall we?
Yeah. That guy with the case, that's got to be him. Alright, it's business time. Tea. What the fuck? Let me do it. Because my phone is fucking shit. You have to watch on YouTube. Okay, the animation. The frame. Dot. Why does it look so goofy?
Your friend thought you might be thirsty. Won't you stay and drink it?
Yeah. All of them are there. Charlotte.
I tend to steer clear of drinks left out in the open.
You're surrounded. Give up and come with. Stop right there!
Oh, look! A surprise performance! Wow! How lucky we are!
After him!
Sorry, my guy. Unlicensed and illegally docked. This boat's not going anywhere. Quick! Don't let him get away!
Charlotte just met this.
Be careful!
Lowly worm! No one flies higher than the almighty Dragon Lord! Who's stealing my fun? You again! You're driving me
All right, that's a wrap.
Did they just break the fourth wall? Well, I guess they did.
Unbelievable! You can't just drag someone around like that! Such blatant disregard for human life! I'm gonna sue the living daylights out of you!
Dude.
Will you now?
You know.
I think I did you a favor by pulling you away from your audience. Saved you some face at the very least. As for whether you were facing up or down along the way, well, that was your decision, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For you? All right, I admit it. I was in the wrong.
So what the hell you do?
Oh, of course I know the difference between right and wrong, but I had no choice. I desperately needed the money. I was an expert on ancient relics. Not only did I have a successful career, but a happy family too. But my son, I never imagined he'd turn out this way. Fell in with the wrong crowd and ended up shoulder deep in gambling. We had some savings, but he drained them away like a waterfall.
See, kid, don't go to gambling and don't force all your money. Even gacha games, okay? They are also to do with games, so don't waste your money on them. I'm playing. I'm a free player. I haven't paid a single thing to money to this game yet. Interesting. See, so don't waste your money. And listen to your parents. What they have to do.
Once he fell into debt, he had creditors regularly coming over to threaten and intimidate him. I'm his father. How could I just stand by and watch him suffer like that?
If I was, I would let him be like, if it was my family member, or my father, he would. They were like, it's your dad, you deal with it. Get out of the house. That's it. That will be what happened to me if I do something like this. Well, I would do the same to you. I will do the same if I be honest.
Oh,
like, you
my son is about the same age as you are. If only he could have turned out more like you. That's the only reason I needed the money. Please, believe me. Please, kid, I'm begging you. Help me.
Okay, are you really from Natland? Because how can you not
I see you're from Natland too? That makes us brothers. Please, have mercy. I still have a chance to help my son straighten himself out. But only if I get back. If I go to prison now, he'll be doomed, I tell you, doomed! And isn't standing together and fighting for a better future what families do?
Well, you have no idea what Kanish do with his family. Like,
our fate is in your hands, young man. Please, have a heart.
Something wrong, Kanich? Gone soft, have we?
Yes,
I don't believe a word you say. Wriothesley had you just about figured out. You're a gambler. Pure and simple.
A gambler? Yeah. Me? Nonsense! I told you, it's my son!
First of all, are you really from Natland? You've been keeping tabs on the gun's whereabouts this whole time. You should have recognized at least one familiar face by now. On top of that, the way you threatened to sue me? Spoken like a true Fontainian, if you ask me.
True.
What kind of logic is that? I can explain. I actually grew up in...
Dude.
I don't want to hear another word. Ahau, here's your chance. Shut someone else up for once.
The moment I've been waiting for. Eat this, scumbag!
What are you going to do, huh?
Being a compulsive liar is one of the hallmarks of a die-hard gambler. I bet you're just a Fontainian pretending to be from Natlan. Even if you have any friends or family to speak of, I'm guessing they've long since cut all ties with you. And you have your depraved ways to thank for that.
Let me guess, you are the son.
Of course. I might be wrong. But does that matter? I'm just here to arrest you. If you're looking for an advocate or a shoulder to cry on, you're out of luck. Besides, prying the truth out of you is exactly what your beloved courts are for. Isn't that right?
That's right. Sorry, isn't a voice. Wait, I haven't met her yet? Wait, yes, I haven't done the quest and everything. I haven't met her yet. In the game, but I actually know her. It's been well, Mr. King. Just press up after we take this
Many
camera
thanks.
off. Peach, I should be the one thanking you for all the help you give us.
What about me? So rude. You should be bowing down in gratitude to the almighty Dragon Lord.
As you wish, my time say you also to Miss Kakuha. Miss Kakuha, first time you hear some fuck madness.
Hey, what do you mean? Hold it right there!
Silly. Are you
Don't
okay?
worry. I'm fine. I wasn't the one who just got dragged all the way here.
You seem a little upstairs now.
Little Kanich, thinking back to when you were just an itty-bitty boy, Kanich, aren't ya? Aw, don't start crying like a little baby. I am the almighty Dragon Lord! No servant of mine will be seen acting so weak and pathetic in public!
What are you on about?
Bad half.
Still, I suppose there's no point hiding it from you. To put it plainly, I can't stand gamblers. They're the most irresponsible people in the entire world. No respect for the principle that you have to give in order to get.
Wait, are we going to see his backstory
They'll tell
now?
1,000 lies for a single coin, deluding themselves into thinking they can use it to gamble their way to a vast fortune. But we all know that even when it looks like you're getting something for free, there's always an unseen cost.
They are giving us a large question, guys. Don't do gambling.
In the past, I also ended up paying a price for my father's gambling losses. I don't want anyone else to end up in a similar situation if I can help it.
Oh, Kanich.
Don't feel sorry for me. I certainly don't feel sorry for myself.
Fun fact, so when his father... Basically, with his father gambling, Kanich once tried to run away from home. And his father tried to, let's just say, go after him too. His father was a good person, I tell you, he's not a good father. So, he ran away from him. But on one of the cliffs, his father was drunk and everything, so he fell off and that's how he actually died. Instead, Kanich was actually so kind that he bring his father back, even though his father doesn't deserve this kindness, to home. By the time he's already passed away, Kanich was all alone. Kanich's father never cared about him, but Kanich always cared about his father. That's sad.
They say that people are shaped by their past. And since I've made it this far, I must have done a lot of things right. We should never punish ourselves for the mistakes of others.
Yeah.
Instead, I choose to remember the moments that helped me grow. Like when I first learned to use a grappling hook.
Little Kanich, let's go. Little Kanich.
Or the very first time I yearned for knowledge.
I get it.
Yeah, I believe. Let's get going. If we don't head back soon, we'll cause more unnecessary worry.
Yay! Traveler Kanich, you're back! We just saw Chevro's taking the criminal away! She looked pretty pleased with herself.
Well, it did go smoother than expected. Our opponent was pretty weak.
So after so much running in circles, turns out he had no fight in him, huh? Guess running away was the only trick up his sleeve. Oh, also, Risley said to let you know that he's already left. He went to report back to the Palais Mermonia. Apparently, the Mari show say Phantom's preparing to carry out an in-depth investigation into illegal gambling activities. Sounds like they'll have their hands full. Anyway, that's for the Palais to worry about. Not really our concern.
Yeah, doesn't matter how far the Duke took. If I say he was avoiding any camera. But I guess I'm used to right now.
Hey, it's not like you to give up so easily, Charlotte.
Who are you? It's fine, I get plenty of other gates shot back there. More than enough for the front page to spare. On that note, that busy reporter need to scout. Take foods from Devlin and sell.
Make sure you pick the best shots of Paimon. Oh,
don't even
already
do a
gone.
shot.
Hope she heard that.
You can trust her judgment, Paimon. He's a professional photographer.
You're right. But what took you all so long to get here? Did something happen?
Nothing. Aha broke his head and started crying.
What? Rumors and slander! When have I, the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahulahau, ever sunk to such sniveling?
Often, actually.
Anyways, what next?
To be honest, I haven't decided yet. At the moment, I've got nothing urgent to get back for. And, in any case, the court might need me to testify again. Plus, that gun's still a key piece of evidence. I'll probably have to wait until the case is closed before I can return it to Natlan. So, I guess I'll be sticking around to enjoy the beach a little longer.
Taking you for an opera singer in full falsetto.
Oh my, Lady Farina is here. The best art corner.
Farina, you're finally here!
Star is your eye. And now, the moment we all waiting for.
Thank you. I am just as thrilled to be here as you are to have me. More seriously, I'm not the star this time. That's you two, alongside all the creators sharing their passion for film with the world. Honestly, when I was first asked to approve the plans, I thought this would just be a small event. I never imagined that the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland would expand to this scale so quickly.
Yeah, thinking back to when we first arrived, it really has all come together in no time.
Yeah,
At this
I started
rate,
with now
who
1 lakh.
knows?
Now we have 1
Someday,
million.
it could become as iconic as the Fontanalia Film Festival itself. And we have the two of you to credit for much of that. I've suggested to several renowned directors that we award you the title Pioneers of the Film Industry, in contrast to the Farina Award, which is more of a public honor. This title is a mark of true recognition from within the industry itself, a reflection of both outstanding achievement and hard work.
With great recognition come even great responsibility. Spider-Man reference.
Wow, even you're getting serious now.
Come now, no need for any of that. Just relax and enjoy the moment. Speaking of which, I've actually been preparing a little survey. How about we randomly select some visitors to give us feedback about the park?
Did Paimon hear that right? Farina carrying out a customer satisfaction survey?
Come on, Paimon.
Well, given that it bears the name of my dear friend Surintendant Cheval Moran, isn't it only natural that I conduct a bit of research on her behalf? Besides, the more famous a star becomes, the more important it is to stay in touch with reality, no? Plus, it's amazing how much you learn just by listening to other people's take on film.
Paimon always assumed celebrities just get their assistants to handle everything for them. But it sounds like it's actually pretty hard work.
Oh, you have no idea, Paimon.
Then again, maybe Farina's just an outlier.
Escoffier, have you ever considered starring in your own film? I can see it now. Val's en cuisine. A riveting tale about the art of extreme cooking. I'm sure it would be a hit.
As it happens, I'm already doing something similar. A brand consultant has been filming my training sessions with students and incorporating them into films about Fontaine cuisine.
Oh, no. No. A documentary won't do. I'm talking about something with a bit more drama. Your experiences as a chef could be turned into a scintillating story. In fact, I'll even write it myself.
Before you finalize it, Please, let me review the culinary terms, especially when it comes to how ingredients are handled, the timings and the quantities.
Great! It's settled then. And actually, I think I'd like to bring in the Traveler and Paimon as directors. Something tells me that the three of you working together would really get the creative sparks flying. We could create something truly magical here.
No problem. That said, now that we've been granted Director Farina's approval, we'll really have to step up our game.
Director Farina, show us the way.
Excellent. I believe in you both.
They both get stupid. But I love this.
The gâteau was sublime as ever, Escoffier.
I love this, you.
Now, about time we got to work.
And I know, right? I was a goofy
I'll
as fuck.
start drafting the script on the side,
I love
while
this.
serving as the consultant for movie masterpieces. Wish me luck. We should add
A pinch of salt?
a dash of pepper, actually.
Brilliant.
Huh?
This you.
You two aren't talking about a new dessert menu by any chance, are you?
Pepper so inside a bit out of place
Not
in it, is it?
desserts. Oh, we're talking about the script. Oh,
Huh?
my dear partner, photographer, rookie director. Our creativity must keep up with the overflowing enthusiasm of our fans. There's no room for dull scripts on my stage. Plot twists should strike the audience like a cloud of pepper, leaving them sneezing in surprise. Achoo!
The same logic applies in catering. I once heard Miss Emily mention that pepper could be used in perfume.
Emily mentioned finally, at last.
Perhaps I could find a way to make it work in desserts too.
A peppery kick to complement the delicate sweetness of cream, perhaps.
Wow, the two of them seem to be working together so well.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
surprised.
struggling to imagine what a pepper cake would taste like, though.
Well, well, what do we have here? Escoffier's making a new cake?
Yeah, and she pep in some new ideas.
How exciting! When it's ready, do let me know. I'd love to try it.
Really.
Paimon, or does it seem like everyone's even more enthusiastic now that they've finished their work?
Yeah, at
Why
last it's
shouldn't
over.
they be? When your hard work pays off, that's when you should celebrate. It's like a batch of fresh macarons. You should never let fear of sweetness stop you from adding all the filling you please. After all, if there's ever a time to pile on the sugar, it's when you're making macarons.
Pile on the sugar!
This
Pile on
too.
the sugar!
Pile on the sugar.
And why are we piling on the sugar? Lupine, Pauline, you're here! Is it ready? Of course! It all went according to plan.
Huh? Were you off on some kind of important task?
I was indeed. Please accept this.
What is this? A gift. Okay, my heart just melt. Okay, this is cute.
Oh, wow! It's a panoramic view of the amusement park with everyone's illustrations on it!
Since the film Fantasyland has been such a success, we decided to create a unique souvenir to remember it by. We built this park together brick by brick, so we decided we'd all contribute to drawing this map together too.
To be fair, it was mostly thanks to Miss Lupine Pauline. She's our expert when it comes to drawing after all.
Master
We all did
drawing,
our best to leave our own marks too.
Even is good at drawing it, but
That's right! And on top of that, Traveler, I'm offering you a most special privilege. You get to add a mustache to my portrait!
Fine with mustache. Awesome, fancy white one.
Bolognese
That right.
sauce flavor. Well, that sure counts as a surprise twist. You win this round.
That's a mustache lady Farina.
All right then. Now that you're the proud owner of this commemorative map, you can draw as many different flavored mustaches on it as you...
Sounds like a pretty tasty map. We'll look after it well.
Great! Your satisfaction is our #1 priority. Everything's all in order. Now it's time to relax. Forget about work and just enjoy the park.
Yeah. Wait, is it it? Wait, is it it? Like, I feel any off, but I guess it was good. And what is this? Let us check if there's anything left. I guess all the quests are completed. I hope you enjoyed the event. I actually did. It has a fun event. I actually enjoyed. With no one, it's too bad. One thing I won't accept for this, they don't let a hermit know that. That was a major opportunity. Or maybe their parents is nipping with it. Who knows? But I hope you guys enjoy it too. Sayonara.